The Skyburners are the Cabal we find on the Dreadnaught. Well, found. A new lore card from Heresy speaks about the last remaining Skyburner, Olgurn, and the mission he's still trying to carry out. Today we discuss the backstory of the Skyburners and what's happening here in Heresy. Rumors of a yet-to-be-deployed Cabal fleet have long haunted the Vanguard Hall. Hidden efforts unveiled the Phobos Fleet Base's house, what is merely the first wave of a full-scale celestial demolition fleet codenamed Skyburners. Ghost scans of the ships and reports of a large Scion presence have warlocks anxious to learn of their weaponry. Dead Orbit assures the city that the Skyburner fleet poses no immediate threat to the city. That was the Grimoire card from Destiny 1. The Cabal, as we know, have many different groups among them. If you play Destiny 2, you're more familiar with the Red Legion, but Destiny 1 had a lot more: Sand Eaters, Dust Giants, Ice Reapers, and tons more. The Skyburners were quite unique, as the card said they were known to be demolitionists and were great in fleet logistics. In the base game, we encountered this group a couple of times, protecting Valis to Ark in the Cerberus Vase Strike, in the Dust Palace, and also mysteriously vanishing from the Crucible map, Vertigo.
Guardian, this is Commander Zavala. The Cabal base on Phobos is blasting a signal across all channels. They're willing to break transmission silence. This could be a prelude to a full-scale assault.
We're setting down on Phobos now.
I'll be monitoring your feed, Ghost. Good luck to you both.
The Taken King was the beginning of their big Guardian confrontations. On Phobos, they would be the first Cabal to encounter Oryx, as he would begin to take their forces.
What the hell was that?
Fingertips on the surface of my mind.
Yes. Thank you for your input, Eris.
I will endure. They speak a word, a name. He is here.
Right. Give your will to me.
Evacuations of the base were ordered, and the Cabal took it into their own hands to stop Oryx in his tracks. What was the plan of how they were going to do that? Well, by crashing the Dantalian Exodus 6 into the Dreadnaught, one of their ships. This is the same one we see inside in patrol. Led by Primus Ta'an, they pushed deeper into the ship where they encountered the Rupture, an ascendant portal that might lead them to the Taken King. But as the Guardian approached at the same time, the Primus was taken.
It's linked to the Rupture, but I can't understand how the Hive control it. Let's try another statue.
The Rupture can sense the soul you hold. You are ascendant.
The Skyburners quickly began to realize they weren't making much progress. Comrades were dying and Oryx still lived. This became a tale of survival. Their last big attempt was sending in the Bond brothers, two Valis-ranking leaders who would take explosives to the ship's core and attempt to blow the ship up. Good thing they didn't, because if they were successful, the explosion from this and the Dreadnaught would have destroyed our entire solar system. The Guardian ended the Bond brothers.
Something's wrong with this picture. You get 3 guesses. There are munitions hooked up to each structural weakness on the core. I think the brothers know we're here.
The Skyburners made one last distress call to the leader of the Cabal Empire. This would turn out to be Dominus Gall and the Red Legion, who would arrive a couple of years later. From there, the remaining Skyburners fought for their life on the ship, fought for survival and for each other.
Signal's down. It was encrypted, but some of the headers are legible. This was a detailed distress signal intended for the head of the Cabal Empire.
I'll pass the scan from your ghost to the cryptarchy. I have a feeling we want to know as much about this signal as we can.
In Heresy, we get some updates. For the exotic quest, we search through leftover Cabal data from the Skyburners. And in the Psychopomp lore card, we get a new story. The status of the Skyburners on the Dreadnaught, or should I say the last surviving member among them named Olgurn. Here's the card. It's the Scions who go first, miserable, weedy things. Can't take the pressure, one of them told Olgurn before the end. The whole ship around them weighing them down, crushing the juice out of their brains. The rest of them last a little longer, daughters and sons of Torabado with their heads made of rock already. Olgurn's grandma in the village wanted to die out in the sands, let the wind scrape away her ossified features. That's how they did it back home. Day he joined up with the Skyburners, their recruiter gave him this obol, and he learned something new. "That's your death," she said. "Put it in your pocket and never forget it. The other Skyburners will take it when it's your time. Now pick up your gun. That's your duty. Victory for the Empire, for the Emperor." Olgurn had to do the rites for Big Grusk all by himself. Had to cut his mangled armor open with a torch to get his obol. Now it's just him, crawling through the tunnels with alien chitin bolted to his armor, and worm spores smeared wherever he can reach, smelling like an acolyte. Last one alive means he's ranking officer, means the Dreadnaught's his responsibility. So Olgurn puts on his stinking armor, and he crawls through the tunnels, and he plants explosives, and he makes sure he's at the minimum safe distance before he hits the trigger. He's a Skyburner, he said the oath. He doesn't get to give up. And when the relief shows up, Olgurn's gonna give them his report and his obol. So Olgurn here is the last remaining member of the Skyburners on the Dreadnaught. I'm not even sure if others exist elsewhere, I'm assuming they do. They all crashed here years ago on a mission to end the Taken King. Now one of them remains. You may have noticed some secret Cabal Taken bodies scattered around certain patrol environments, like one in the mausoleum. I'm not sure if these are supposed to represent someone like Olgurn or different Skyburner members. I'm assuming they clearly belong to the Skyburners, but I'm not sure if it's tied to this lore at all. From what I gather, Olgurn might still be alive, and maybe we'll see more of that story someday. A cool thing to note lore-wise is you may have wondered what an obol is. As described from the lore, it seems to be a ceremonial token of swords given to members of the Skyburners. Once they join, they're given this token, and once they die, it's sort of taken off their body by their comrades, reminding them of the mission and its importance. I guess you can kind of compare these to dog tags in real life. Skyburner's obol was actually a Titan artifact in Destiny 1, and it was earned from the Dreadnaught, so a nice little connection there. Its description said, "Obol, a coin suspected to be a part of a Cabal funerary rite." But anyway, Guardians, that's all we got for today's video. An update on the Skyburners on the Dreadnaught, Olgurn the last remaining one, and how their story has evolved since the Taken King. If you'd like to see some more Destiny news, lore, and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.